Hello students, our next chapter is History chapter 2 from Traders to Rulers. From this chapter I am going to give you some assignments. So watch and understand the video well. You can collect information from any available sources or else from the textbook itself.
Traders to Rulers. In this topic, we will be dealing with the following themes: the Battle of Plassey, consequences, causes of the defeat of Siraj-ud-Dawla, the Battle of Buxar, 1764 AD, dual government, methods of expansion.
Portuguese adventurer Vasco da Gama discovered the direct sea route to India, which led to the prolific trading opportunities for Europeans with India. Ambitions of European nations grew to establish trade links with India, which led to the bloody conflict among European trading companies. Let us study about the rise of East India Company from a trading company to the master of Bengal.
Later, the Nawab was captured and put to death. Mir Jafar paid the company officials over 300 lakh rupees to become the Nawab. Mir Jafar was proclaimed the Nawab of Bengal, and the British were given the zamindari of 24 parganas. Importance of the battle. The Battle of Plassey paved the way for the establishment of the British rule in Bengal and eventually in the entire country.
Causes of the defeat of Siraj-ud-Dawla. Traitors on the Nawab's side were exploited by the English. The Nawab did not strengthen the French to face the British. Jagat Seth, the Nawab's banker, also did not support him.
It was decided that Mir Jafar, the commander-in-chief of the Nawab's forces, would be made the Nawab of Bengal. He would also get a lot of money and important trading privileges with the East India Company. A major part of the Nawab's army, under the command of Mir Jafar, did not take part in the battle.
Events up to the battle. Mir Jafar was unable to meet the demands of the British and was replaced by his son-in-law Mir Qasim in 1760. To strengthen his position, Mir Qasim raised a modern and well-equipped army trained by the Europeans. They sold duty-free permits to Indian merchants who also started carrying out duty-free trade. The British were misusing their trading privileges. The Nawab was being deprived of large revenues, and the local merchants had to pay heavy duties. Mir Qasim abolished all duties on internal trade to end the British malpractices. The British refused to accept equal status with Indian merchants, and ultimately the war broke out in 1763. Mir Qasim was defeated, and Mir Jafar was reinstated on the throne of Bengal. Mir Qasim escaped to Awadh and formed an alliance with Shuja-ud-Dawla of Awadh and the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II. The combined forces of the three clashed with the British at Buxar in 1764, where they were decisively defeated.
Answer the following question. The successor of Nawab Alivardi Khan in Bengal state was A. Mir Qasim, B. Siraj-ud-Dawla, C. Mir Jafar, D. Shaukat Jung.
Treaty of Allahabad. In 1765, Robert Clive signed the Treaty of Allahabad with Shuja-ud-Dawla and Shah Alam II. Awadh became a buffer state between the British and the Marathas. The Nawab of Awadh had to pay for maintaining the British troops. The East India Company got the Diwani rights of Bengal, Bihar and Odisha. The Nawab of Awadh had to pay war indemnities of 50 lakhs to the East India Company. According to the Treaty of Allahabad, Awadh was to return to Shuja-ud-Dawla, but two districts, Allahabad and Kora, were taken away from the Nawab. It gave the British political influence and control over Awadh and laid the foundation of British rule in India. During this time, Robert Clive came to India as the governor of Bengal. Shah Alam II was given the districts of Kora and Allahabad and an annual pension of rupees 26 lakhs. Mir Jafar's son was made the Nawab of Bengal after his death in 1765. But the new Nawab had to transfer Nizamat, which is also called governorship powers, to a deputy Nawab appointed by the British. Dual government in Bengal. The East India Company became the real rulers of Bengal from 1765. The deputy Nawab could not be dismissed by the real Nawab of Bengal. The Nawab was responsible for general administration, maintenance of law and order, and justice for criminal cases. Gradually, Robert Clive introduced the dual government in Bengal in 1765. The system made two masters in Bengal. The company had military power and the right to collect revenue. The company enjoyed power without any responsibility. On the other hand, the Nawab had responsibilities without power. Revenue was collected by the Indian officials appointed by the company. The greed, corruption, and oppression of these officials reduced the peasants to conditions of utter misery. During this time, Bengal was hit by famine and 1/3 of the population vanished, but nobody cared. The evil of the dual government began to manifest, and the administration and economy in Bengal collapsed.
By conquest, British fought many wars to expand their Indian empire. They added following territories to their empire: Sindh, Punjab, Bengal, Mysore, Hyderabad, and some parts of Myanmar and Nepal. By
payment could be made in cash or kind, that is, by ceding a part of his territory. The ruler had to keep a British resident at his court. With the exception of British, the ruler could not employ Europeans in his service. The ruler could not form an alliance or wage war without British consent. The ruler would acknowledge the British as supreme power.
Tipu Sultan. Let us discuss the rise of Tipu Sultan and his conflict with the company. Mysore grew in strength under the leadership of the powerful rulers like Hyder Ali and his son Tipu Sultan. Let's discuss the end of Tipu Sultan. The British fought 4 wars with Mysore in 1767 to 69, 1780-84, 1790-92 and 1799. Bajirao too was forced to flee to Bassein. The company won at the Battle of Seringapatnam in 1799. Tipu Sultan was killed while defending the capital. The subsidiary alliance was imposed on the state. Baji Rao too was forced to flee to Bassein and sign a subsidiary alliance with the British. Answer the following question. The capital city of the Nawab of Bengal was A. Barakpur, B. Medinipur, C. Murshidabad, or D. Serampur. Recapitulation. After the Battle of Plassey in 1757 and the Battle of Buxar in 1764, the company became a political power. The East India Company decided to act as Diwan and appointed its own agents to undertake the collection of revenue. Hence, the dual system was introduced by Robert Clive. India was under the East India Company's rule till 1858, when it came under the direct administration of the British Crown.